Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good morning, folks. Good morning, good day, good evening. You might ask, hey, that's another new spot. Where is this guy today? So we've been moving around because of our house being under construction. So I'm in the kind of the, not quite the bathroom, but the bathroom. There's not a separate area for me to be, so I'm trying to let my kids and wife keep sleeping. All right, so somebody let me know in the comments if you can hear me by telling me your favorite warm morning beverage. Go. Hot coffee. Good choice. Same with me. Tea's good too. Just depends though. Kind of has to have the right moment for me. All right, so in terms of trading this morning, I have a couple things, maybe in areas that I'm interested about. You can kind of see those, even though the charts are small. You can see the boxes, the prices approaching those boxes. Hot chocolate's a good choice. My kids are just asking for some because we don't have all of our normal kitchen stuff here at this place that we're staying, so we gotta get some. Starting to get cold where I live. Cold, yeah, not super cold, but freezing temperatures. So if you're tuning in, well, I guess it doesn't matter if you're tuning in for the first time or not, but either way, it's this challenge has been more challenging than I thought it might be, but humbling at the same time. So I'm in drawdown. I'm actually not a whole long ways away from the stop out level, $300 or so. Not the way that I wanted this to go, but the reality of my trading, and so a wake up call and like I said, a humbling experience. All right. Why don't I look through I'll look through these charts so you guys can get a kind of a feel for what I'm maybe watching for here. All right, so S&P daily chart. The sorry, I was drawing a blank. So the pink box at the top, you can see traces back to this gap in the bodies here. It's being used at the moment by price. It's interesting to me because it seems that those gaps like to be refilled, rebalanced at some point. So this could be a reaction area for a move to the downside. Currently, it looks pretty strong to the upside. And the reason I say that is because of, I like this. This is a stop rate right here. Saw it yesterday afternoon, it just slammed down. I think within a 1 or 5 minute candle, just went down there real quick. Grab some liquidity before going higher. So for now, I'll be I hesitate to say, I tend to think pretty contrarily, so I hesitate to say bullish because I want to see the return back down. So I like to try to trade the high time frame pullback, but I'm trying to not do that as much because it's not always the best choice. So I'm trying to weigh my trades on a high time frame basis. So this is the S&P index fund, or whatever it's called, indices. I look at, if you look at my layout here, this is the two on the left are both the indices, NASDAQ and S&P 500 US markets. And then I have Euro USD, USD JPY, USD CAD. And I'm gonna actually set the index aside because I'm not really ready. It's not really too close to being ready for me. I like to look here, 5 minute chart on the USD JPY. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. Where's this one? There we go. So this is a 15-minute. There we go. 15-minute fair value gap, as well as a order block highlighted here that this price just kind of is bouncing off of right now. So what I'm looking for here, if I'm going to take a short, you can see I have it labeled short zone right here, would be one more attempt up and then a break of structure down. So previously what I've been doing is I've been looking for that break of structure on the 1 minute, but it's been detrimental. So I'm trying to wait for at least a 5 minute structure break, which would be this breaking this low here, or preferably what would happen is this price is going to come up, just poke out with a wick up there, and then break that structure like that. That would be ideal. Within this break here, what I look for is fair value gap, and then the price to trade back into that within the 1 minute chart. So that's the plan there. me see if this hourly line is still applicable. Yeah, it's just an old level that was, you can see it's both lows and highs over here. So I'll leave that one there. It's not irrelevant, but so that one, I like the way that's setting up. Surfskate, what was massive? I didn't catch what you're talking about. I don't know any context there. So, all right, your USD 15 minutes. Got a couple of locations picked out. This first pink box is a 15-minute fair value gap coming all the way back over to here. I like this one because it is just below this short-term low on this 15-minute chart. It is a good place for price to reach and to react off of. However, it was ignored, which to me gives me a reason to look for a long or a short to get back down in there. And then reach for this next location here, which is just a short-term low, relative equal lows, and order block from this bold move. I guess I don't know. Shouldn't call it order block. I'm not sure if that's what it's called if you're not using it on the same direction that it was formed in. Yeah, I don't think that would be called an order block. I'm not sure what that's called, but it's a level of congestion. You can see it comes all the way back, even through here. Just kind of a stubborn area. So anyhow, looking for a short will be up in this area. Oh, you got order block in there. Asking bid color. They're super close together, so you can't really tell. Let's see, on the index you can see asking bid because their spread's a little bit higher. You can see the ask is like a brown color and the bid is a gray. Well, the thing with MT5 is that things change colors too easy. Yeah, it's kind of grayish and brownish. But this is, I'm not going to be touching index here for a little while. It's got some strength. So I'll just keep an eye over there. I do appreciate questions in the comments because it's helpful for me to work through kind of what I'm thinking and helps me kind of refine the way that I trade and stuff. So please don't feel worried about it's an hourly. Okay, so this is, I haven't looked at this USD CAD. I have this gap picked out, order block as well. That hasn't been touched yet. This CAD. This is on the hourly chart. So Earlier I wrote this note: short if this gap is resistance. So was price drawn to here in order to take a break? And that to me looks like resistance in terms of the price getting in there. So the question is do I trade short now, or is already the reaction complete in terms of this? This is a pretty big reaction already. 1 minute structure has been broken. That actually is on the 1 minute, it's really clean. So you can see it consolidate a little bit, went up into it, broke structure, rated out, stops that would have been placed here, and now to me it looks ready to short, at least maybe not a huge long-term daily move, but like this actually 2 minute looks cleaner. So if I get a pull back into there in an engulfing, bearish engulfing bar on this chart, then then I'll go short. So I'll watch for that. All right, I got to ask if this Surfskate FX is still listening. I was skateboarding for many, many years of my life, so I'm curious if that's what you mean by skate, or if you're longboarding or rollerblading or what. Can we look at Euro USD yet? Oh yeah, we did Euro. Euro needs to come back up to this block before I consider short. Yeah. I'll consider a short if it comes back up into this before moving lower. That's kind of a, to me, that's probably a stretch. Like, because of these levels over here, order block gap probably will, well, I don't want to say probably because I don't actually know, but I look for trades that are past the 50% of the move. So if this is the move here, then I need the setup to be above that. So you can see it's that upper peak box, this one here. So I like the way it looks. What do we got going here? It's broken a bit of that structure. That's not enough for me to warrant this not good enough for me. Needs to come back out and at least have another try at this this last high. Call it right up there, put an alarm there. It's, trading on one screen works fine, but I have to do things a little different. So I put these little alert reminder things all over the place. So if I'm looking tabbed into a different screen, then I can still know what's going on. This is looking like the first one that's going to give me something. All right, so this red line right here is called stop line. I have that programmed in as a macro. That stop line gives me, what does it give me? Oh, it allows me to take a trade based on the current price to that as calculating risk. So whatever it is, it'll divide out the pips and give me the risk that I have assigned. I'm at very low risk right now because of how low I am on this account. Kind of protecting this opportunity that I have. So this is it. Remember, this is a 2-minute gap that I'm looking at. There is 1 minute too, which is fine. So I just need an engulfing bar and then I'm in. So this is the move, has to be, there we go. Has to be above 50%, so you can see it is. Any other questions, folks? Questions are good for me. See if there's any respect of this gap area. Looks pretty good, although it always surprises me. So with this bar being that pin bar, shooting star, whatever you want to call it, if the next one's also red and closes below there, then I can get in as well. So far, that gap is pretty well respected. Tonic star, trading cycle. So tell me, I'd be curious. What kicks in terms of psychology right here? Get excited. You want to just get in, and even if it doesn't meet your trading criteria or what? This is a new, this arrow I just put in is a new low for the engulfing to close below. Might see another push up above this wick, little mini raid. I'm still open to the idea of getting a raid out above here, above the original high, or this older high. Oh, look at that slam down. Dude. Indexes. Just never minded. No gold trading for me. Never even tried. I got scared out when I was first looking into moving away from equities. Some pretty bad stories of the way that gold, it pit value or something is a lot different, contract size, or I don't know, something like that. Listening to podcasts and heard a bunch of people's worst trades ever were on gold because they didn't realize. So no, I don't. No, nothing there. No fake out. I'm just impressed by this rejection here. Might create opportunity for me though. Pretty good raid. 1 hour chart looks, at first glance at least, convincing for consideration of short. No oil for me to either. The 5 I have up here, three forex pairs and 2 indices are what I trade. Still waiting on engulfing. This might be it here. This candle's about to close. I'm going to enter short right there. And it's in. So here's how trade management works for me. I put in, you can see 2 orders with my 1 script. And what it does is it sets into, based on this as a stop loss wherever I hit the entry, then calculates a 1, I think it's 1.1 R exit for the first one, and then drops in 1 at 5 R that I usually adjust. So that is the basics of trade management. I got to look at the structure for where I think it might go. 5 R is looking a little steep on this one. Because I think this still has a desire for a move higher. So this one's actually gonna be like a 2R exit there. So there you have it. Oh, hey Duncan. Hey buddy. So that is, just putting the arrows on so you can see. And I'm going to let that run and step away for just a moment. So I'll be back in just a bit. All right, so getting going the wrong direction here, that's for sure. It's pretty close to stop out already, actually. Looks like it's going to stop out for sure, actually. So that's what it is, though. That's the way it goes. I follow my rules. There's one of them. Sometimes they're a little bit separate from each other, so there's the other one. Okay, so that's trade is stopped out, you can see. I'll still be watching. That could have been like this one I have prepared for it to be a stop run and a break of structure, just like my arrows here are kind of depicting. So it's not the end of the world. It's just not ideal. So this one did not get up past 50%. So it's going making a break for it. Down for that next level. See what kind of reaction comes out from there. Might be an opportunity in that order block, maybe. Hey, bud. All right, so let me pick this apart a little bit, see what I see. So let me see. Oh well, I was just looking at my this was the only trade I took yesterday, and I think it would have stopped out. Yeah, it would have stopped out. So that's irrelevant, I guess. But I was down here. I was looking at price coming back up to this area because of this big imbalance here. So it's like it's still making a run for it. Dropping into 15. Other than this big engulfing bar and the wicks coming up here, there's not really any great signal for short. 5 minutes, kind of a similar thing, other than the big red bar. That's not really enough though. Like I mentioned earlier, I should have considered the 5-minute structure, which in this situation where I took my trade was not broken. So that's where I went wrong there. Wow. And So learn from every trade. This to me, this is the 1 minute wise is still good, but this is why I'm needing to be a little more patient using the 5 and 15 minute a little bit more. Well, Vishal, uh, my advice is to learn and go slowly. I don't think I'm probably the greatest teacher, but I can still give that advice. Something I've always done is try to make it all happen fast, done quick, um, which is detrimental when trying to be a reasonable and consistent trader. This is why I'm still not a consistent trader. That's what I'd say. That may or may not be your favorite advice ever, but there's a lot of really good teachers. I have been learning from ICT, Inner Circle Trader. It's got a bunch of really deep, free content that takes a long time to digest. So again, slow. So this is another thing I like to do while I'm not actively trading anything, is look for where I would have gotten in and why. Step away for just a minute here, folks. Okay, I'm back. Saying good morning to my wife. So like I was saying, I like to look for areas that, ideally I would trade. I would find an entry, and you can see this is there's a 1 hour gap here, but it's not really, oh, I guess it does. There's a little bit of a break of this structure. So there's a little bit of that. So you could then drop down, see what it looks like on this time frame. So there's a raid grabbing whoever put their stops here, maybe here, raids it out. Okay, so then structure breaks here for this guy. Okay, so then within the 15, you notice another gap. So using the 1 hour gap to get a starting idea. It doesn't, in this time frame, it doesn't look like anything good, but let me zoom back out and you can see the body is respected perfectly. So then 15-minute, you wait for a structure break, and change the color of this one. Peach, there we go. So then we get this 15-minute gap after this one breaks structure, and actually there's a little short-term high right here too. It's a hard to see color. 5-minute. 5-minute pulls back in, engulfs. Could take it right there, all the way up. But even on this one, really good gap in here. A 5-minute. Here we go. So that 5-minute gap comes in. So yeah, I don't think 1 minute wise, there's not really a good entry here. Doesn't happen. Let's see, 2 minute though. Let's see. No. So I think 5 is probably the best. The best entry here, which would be up here. So entry there. Stop here. So 15 pips. So there's 15, 2R, 3R right there. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, that's just a little thing you can do, or I do, while I'm waiting for something else to show up. Got a few more minutes here on the stream. It's a great time for any questions. Vishal, if you have any more specific questions about getting started, let me know. I can do my best to answer those. Just popping up my YouTube handle for where I post my trade ideas and I don't want to call them ideas. My trade journal is what I'm calling it. It's where I talk about trades, kind of like I do here. I haven't done any in a little bit just because I've not been in my office. But you can check it out if you like to listen to people's kind of thoughts on trades. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a profitable trader yet. I'm just gonna go out and say that. I've had a lot of good streaks, but can't stick with it. So realizing how much I like to see things price reverse. Like that's the way that I like to view the market. Anything in these areas that gave this the rejection level. I'm just gonna pop a line on. Jeez, get my mouse to move right there. And I can scroll back to this gap and see what is this. What is this? That's the level that it turned around at. So there is a 1 hour fair value gap. Be back here where the where the big daily gap happened. You can see the top went almost and completely closed it. I still think there's going to be a full closure, so that's what I'm waiting on now. Some sort of setup for long. Alrighty, going to begin kind of closing the stream out here. Again, let me know if you have any questions. I like to talk through stuff, so shoot them out there next couple minutes and I'll answer to the best of my ability at least. So you see definitely a reaction off of that level that I had shown earlier, which was this guy right here. So there's a relative equal lows, which is liquidity area, and then this, I was using the red candle before that move, which would be an order block in the hang on. Still learning my terminology. Call it a consolidation at this point because it's just this is 15-minute chart, so it spent basically an hour going up and down right in that little area, and then also here, a bunch of different ones. So, anyways, looks like it respected that at least for a reaction. So it's good to kind of get confirmation on that idea that I had. So what I'll need here on the indices is this is 5-minute chart, both of them. I will need a pullback and a raid and then structure break. Still really want to see. I need to probably update my idea though. Like I said, I tend to think contrarily, which is why I shorted up this UCAT, but there was no reason after looking at it a little bit more. So for now, this remains to be a long. I see a pullback raid of that low. So yeah, I'll look for something down here. If however there's a double top or a rate up here, then it pulls down. Then I can consider short at that point finally. So be okay being wrong. I'm learning from mistakes. Pork chop and thanks. At least I can help out in my losing trades. And if that's the case, though, I should be able to be really helpful. All right, folks. Well, I think that's going to do it for me this morning. Enjoy the rest of this day or this night, depending on what it is. You can head over to my YouTube channel to find other updates on my kind of trade journal, video trade journal, I guess is what it's called. And I'll say thanks to Cam, thanks for this opportunity, and to Blue Guardian. Farewell.